Hello and welcome to the Rent Voice podcast. We lost our intro today. I don't know where it went. We just go straight into us talking about audiobooks. So that's me, Alex Camp, and Dom Hatton Woods is the West Country one, and Ethan Smith is the Manc one. So enjoy this podcast. Apologies for the intro. It will be there next week. Nice one. Thank you.
Read audiobooks, which you used to do, didn't you?
I used to, until the Chinese stopped needing me.
So if you go on Audible, type in one of the books you read, would it say written by Roald Dahl, narrated by Alex Camp?
You ain't finding my stuff on Audible, bro.
Absolutely
not. So it came about through English teaching. So I used to teach English in Japan because I'm a cool and fashionable guy. And a friend of mine, he'd been in China before, and he had a hookup with someone he was working for, and they were like, oh, we need you to read these audiobooks. So I was reading Harry Potter. So you were getting basically, in China, I was Stephen Fry.
Oh, nice.
I might be blowing out of proportion there. I have no idea how far the reach of this was. I literally recorded it and sent it to them. I don't know where it is. I don't know who's heard it.
You could be the biggest thing in China.
My voice could be just all over the whole of China. If I go up to the Great Wall of China, walk along, no one would know, just another white guy. And then he goes, well, isn't this view beautiful? Oh my God, it's Alex Camp, voice of Harry Potter in China.
See?
And I did all the voices, all that kind of stuff. Read a couple of books, but then the well dried up.
The well always does dry up in China. That's what they say.
And here they have proper actors who can act.
To do it, yeah.
They do it.
Real humans.
And then celebrities read their own audiobooks.
Yeah, that makes sense
Harry.
because I wouldn't. If I was going to buy someone's audiobook, if it says read by some random fuck, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but then you
want to hear
Prince
their voice,
Harry
don't you?
reading it. Prince Harry, right, for a royal, he's all right. But for an audiobook reader, he's somewhere around the millionth person on the list who you would want to read an audiobook.
Yeah, but I'll have someone there coaching him.
Oh, yeah, so it was really hard. And then just because I smoked one bit of marijuana, everyone was upset with me. And then my mum died, and it was just awful.
End of book.
End of book.
Like I'm listening to Bryan Cranston's at the minute, and him reading it is so much better than if he wasn't reading it.
But he's Bryan Cranston. He can do anything in the acting world.
It's true.
Who would you have read the... Okay, so here we go. Question of the week. We're not doing daily developments because nothing has happened.
It's not
at Ethan's
happened.
job. He's gotten used to the job.
It's been all right. I do hate it, though. But anyway, go on.
Do you? You were loving it at one point.
I just struggle with the people who are really rude.
Because I spoke to our mutual friend Laura, and she said she feels like he belongs there. Like he looks happy.
That's a
there.
rough one, isn't
It's
it?
a slight, really.
You belong in this minimum wage job.
It's a horrible thing to say to somebody. Fuck you, Laura.
I thought you did look natural in there. I went in to see you, and you looked very natural. You were very friendly. And
I'm just a bubbly guy, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to,
you were getting along with it.
But we've got some real rude. They're just rude. They've expired, They've got not a lot going on. It's a bit of a day out for them. And if you get the meat wrong, you know about it.
If you get the meat wrong, you're going to hear about it.
Anyway.
Okay, so question of the week. Who would read the audiobook of your biography?
Oh, good question.
Me.
But not you.
read your
It's
own?
not you. Here's a clue. It's
Doesn't
not
get
a question.
worse.
The answer is not
What do you mean?
Otherwise, this section is going to be 1 second long, and then we're done.
Oh, I'd get
Although Dom reading his own audiobook would be funny. So I did another gig, right? I don't even drink alcohol. I had to go and do the gig, and I smashed it. But for some reason, no one liked me.
Fuck. If we're talking like not celebrities, there's a comedian called Tom Wrigglesworth, and he's got a really nice, soothing voice.
Wow, I bet the podcast listeners are going to be really excited with that answer.
Yeah.
Tom, unknown circuit
No, he's
comedian
pretty
Tom
known.
Wrigglesworth.
Got a BBC
No
radio.
offense to Tom
Tom
Wrigglesworth, by the way. I've never met him. I don't know him yet. We haven't met before, but cool. Tom Wrigglesworth. Great. Why Tom Wrigglesworth?
Tom
Why?
Wigglesworth.
Yeah, why
sounds
Tom
like-
Wrigglesworth?
He's got a really soothing voice.
Oh, you want people to be soothed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you
I
going to
mean,
find?
it's boring enough anyway.
Where are you going to find Tom Riddlesworth?
I'll message him on Facebook.
Oh, right, okay.
Doing random gigs in Leeds on a Thursday night.
Right, he's not
So,
going to
hey-
be in a chamber of secrets.
I say, hey man, I've written an audiobook. Can you read it for me? And he'll go, fuck off. And I'll go, fair enough.
Probably. Yeah, I'd have Daniel Radcliffe. Do you mind?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Do you know why?
Why?
Dyspraxic.
He's dyspraxic as well.
Yeah. Did you
he's
know
the
that?
he's the number one dyspraxic guy.
Well, he's
that
probably
Harry
number
Potter?
2. After.
Who's number one? If
don't know.
Daniel Radcliffe's number 2.
Yeah, but he's dropped off, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's a great actor and he picks his roles. He just goes and does whatever he wants. He did the Weird Al film.
He did. Oh yeah, shit.
He did that.
That was a recent one. Big up to Danny.
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 Daniel Radcliffe, that's an interesting one.
What about you?
Yeah.
So, I was growing up in Salford, and while the cars right next to me were on fire, my uncle stole a van, and it was full of bikes. Oh my goodness, Ron, what should we do?
What about you?
I don't know, probably me doing bad impressions of of actors. It would be James Earl Jones. Do you know who that is?
Not
No.
me,
I didn't think you did. You never know. No, it's the voice of Mufasa. It's probably Darth Vader.
Mufasa. Yeah. I was going to try and then.
I am your father.
Right.
It's just like a really strong, deep voice.
That'd be a bit grating, I
Did he
think.
play? Does he just do the voice, or did he play the character as well of Darth Vader?
He wasn't in the suit. It was a different guy. There was 3 Darth Vaders.
What the fuck?
There was a guy in the suit. There was James Earl Jones doing the voice, and then the guy at the end where he pulls his mask off and you see him and he's like all messed up and that. Sorry to spoil it if you haven't seen Return of the Jedi yet. When he takes his mask off, it's another guy entirely.
Whoa.
None of them really famous, though, are they? Apart from
Nothing's
James
real.
L. Jones.
James Earl Jones is pretty famous in the States.
But the guy in the suit must be like, fuck, I wore this suit all this time and I've got no credit.
I used to know his name. He was like a Mr. Universe, like an athlete.
Really?
They're like
Yeah.
a bodybuilder.
Yeah, he was like a bodybuilder kind of guy.
Is it Ronnie Coleman?
Ray something.
not Ronnie
No,
Coleman, is it?
that's Darth Maul was Ray something.
Did you say that because he's black?
Because he's bodybuilder.
Oh, right.
Because he's black. Anyone
Darth
can wear
Vader.
the suit and be black.
Well, Darth Vader. Anyway, never mind.
But I think you'd be cool with that though, because you don't want to be like the super famous one out of the most famous film ever.
I would.
You want to be the one who like only certain people know.
No.
Yeah, then you can still go Morrison's.
Yeah, you can still go to Morrison's. Unless you wear a Darth Vader costume, in which case that's going to cause you some issues.
Well,
Because
people probably won't let you in
anyone can wear a
Morrison's.
Darth Vader suit.
Is there a rule against that at
I
Morrison's?
think there might be. I think there'd be like no using the Force.
Is that what the bouncers are there at Morrison's for?
Yeah.
They're not.
The bouncers at Morrison's are jacked.
Yeah.
They look like They look like SAS. They've got like stab-proof vests on. They got. I don't know what they've got.
Oh, I had an
Yeah, it's
Like Army
shopping.
Reserves.
Shopping angry shoplifters.
Yeah, and they just let them go.
Stopping any shoplifters. That's what SAS stands for.
I had an experience with that guy at Tesco you talk about the other day.
Which one?
The older bloke that
Yeah.
works behind the counter.
Yeah, I just hate that Tesco. I hate
He's cut
everything about
himself
it.
a
Well, it was
moustache
weird
and
because
some
there was about
earrings.
5 people waiting to get served, and he's just putting drinks on the drink stand, and someone said, "What are you doing?" And then he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't speak." He looked at all of us.
Yeah, they take the absolute piss.
Yeah.
They need someone full time on them self-service tills ready to go.
Yeah,
there's
'cause they always
one
fuck
of
up,
them
don't they?
out of order.
Yeah.
Because someone's just left a pack of like Johnnies or whatever. some
Or when
car
I
freshener.
get like a monster, that it's like the age limit thing, and all they've got to do is press it, but they just wait until then the till's free.
Why can't kids have Monster? That's the
man.
real. That's
Well,
the
were
real
they
issue here.
overdosing on caffeine?
Why can't we get little kids have a massive can of Monster? Let's just let them have it.
When I was a kid, we used to get Boost energy drink. We used to get
Yeah.
a litre bottle of it.
Classic,
A
the grey
litre
bottle.
Yeah, a litre bottle. You know what I mean? That's enough to. If you filled that with petrol, you could go probably a mile, maybe.
Oh, you go more than a mile.
Well, actually, you probably won't get very far if you drank a litre of petrol. We used to get We used to get the Boost in the litre, and we used to get a Euro Shopper bar of chocolate for £1.
Yeah, that's what, like those corner shop brands, like
They're horrible.
Londis, Happy Shopper.
Yep. I think I've got issues from it still, though. I think is built up inside of me.
There was a poor kid
Health issues.
at my school.
A poor kid at your school.
Just one.
That's more than there was at my school.
Just one.
What did they do?
It was a regular school. I'm talking about primary school. There was more than one, by the way. But there was a bit of a divide in my school because there was like the random poor village people.
Right, okay.
Not like the Native American and the mechanic and the police. That village people, YMCA.
Yeah.
But you know, the inbred ones.
Yeah.
And then there was like the kids who were like commuter families who were, you know, more well off and not inbred.
Okay. Well, debatable.
That depends. But there was this kid called Leigh and he was always dirty. Huh?
What a stupid name.
I know, it's the name of a dirty guy.
Yeah.
Mustian.
Is he a paedophile?
Wait, dude, he was 9 years
Is
old.
he now a
yeah.
paedophile?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track
I
of
reckon he is.
what he's doing.
Mustian.
It's worth checking.
I don't keep a track of what Leigh Mustian's up to now.
I hope he hasn't got kids.
Mustian.
I can't believe I haven't even said anything about him. I've just said his name, and you two are like, it's disgusting.
If he's
Mustian.
Because if he's got
You
kids,
wouldn't tell people.
if
would
he's
you?
got kids, there's little mini Mustians running around.
The Mustinettes.
Yeah.
Go for the little mini musty boys.
Imagine his wedding. Here we have Mr. and Mrs. Musty, and she'll be like, actually, no, I don't want to do it.
I'm not going through with it.
I never heard that before, but I've heard it now, and I'm good.
I'm going home.
I guess that's all I need to say about Leigh
No,
Mustian.
go on.
So go on, he was poor and disgusting.
So the reason this links back to Happy Shopper and Londis and that, right, is there was a rumour going around that Leigh Mustian was so poor that they did their whole food shop at the local garage.
That's hilarious.
Which had like a Happy Shopper. And I was like, oh my God, that's poor, bro.
Damn.
Everyone was like, shit, man, that's rough. But thinking back, that's a more expensive way to do your shopping.
More expensive.
Do your whole shop at the local corner shop.
The thing is, it annoys
Go
me.
to Asda.
Yeah.
There's Asda nearby.
It's annoying when people do that because there's generally one member of staff on, and you come in there to get like chewing gum or something, and there's someone there taking fucking 10 minutes to get served. It's what are you doing, you cunt?
Yeah.
I just want to buy some extras gum.
And the thing is, you know them because they're local, and you're like,
Yeah.
I know you just because your dad died recently doesn't mean you can take up my time
Exactly.
in the queue.
Exactly.
You know, there was a big scandal when new owners took over the shop in my village, and they brought in pornography.
Oh.
On paper, we're talking.
What?
This is.
Did they put it
You
high
may
up
not know
though?
about this, but years ago, pornography was on paper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
What I used to,
Absolutely.
I've looked at it.
what I used to buy from my shop was that the woman, for some reason at the spa, would let me buy small cans of shandy, even though I was like 10 years old, because the alcohol percentage was so low.
Shandy Bass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we just buy fuckloads and
Bass.
try and get pissed.
Yeah, we used to do that. There was a.
Oh, I thought it was a...
We used to do that. There was a vending machine which had Shandy Bass years ago. We went on this school camp in year 8, and you were just like, everyone was just pumping money and pulling out the Shandy Bass, absolutely caning it. Like, we can do this.
It was disgusting.
Nobody got pissed, but they did pretend to be.
We used to just...
Yeah, those people did that a lot.
We would...
Yeah, but you were-
We'd get served. there was a guy, and he used to serve underage kids. And I remember going in, and I was like, "Do you serve underage kids?" And that's not the code word. You know,
That's
you've
not
got
the
to be a
code
bit
word.
more coy about it. And he was like, "What? I don't." And then I walked out, and I went, "You don't serve underage." And they said, "Well, what did you say?" I said, "Well, do you?" And they went, "That's why he didn't serve you, you moron."
Yeah, you just got to imagine like it's not happening, right? It's no big deal.
Exactly.
Like,
I did have my uniform on as well. I don't think that helped.
Like Will on the In-Betweeners when he goes
You had
in.
your uniform on when you went to the.
Yeah, I was like,
Sorry, was this a shop or a pub?
It's a shop.
This is a shop. Okay.
Yeah.
We used to go to the pub when we were
3 litres.
16.
Yeah.
But we drank ale
Ugh.
as if to make it seem like we were elderly men.
Horrible.
Flat ale. This was before your American
Yeah.
IPAs and all this stuff.
Like fake mustaches on.
Me
Now
and my
now
mates
you've
were
got a
so
real one.
weird. We at one point we were going to the pub. This was before we were old enough to drink.
Yeah.
Going to the pub, drinking London Pride or whatever, it's like flat ale bitter that there was. And then we went through a period of doing snuff.
Oh, terrible.
Do you know what snuff is?
No.
It's like really
Well, you
finely
kill-
ground tobacco that you snort it in your fingers.
Yeah.
No wonder you had a fucking drinking problem.
Yeah, we were weird people.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Stuff is crazy.
It's nice
Yeah.
to sit like this, isn't it?
Thanks, mate. The
Go ahead.
We were going pub as well, quite young. But I think there is just like an unwritten rule where it was like, if 10 of the people in the pub are all related to each other, you're allowed to just go there and drink.
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah. I think that's
My upbringing was very different to this.
yeah.
The first time I went out was when I was 18. That was it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I
You
went
go
to
out before that?
my 18th birthday. I went to the Ministry of Sound in London, the nightclub, the rave.
I love how you just like waiting for years. Like, one day on my 18th birthday,
So I'm going to go to the Ministry of Sound.
I'm going to the Ministry of Sound.
And we stayed in a hostel, but it was still £100 each. I think we got really fucked over with that, actually.
A hostel for £100 each.
Yeah, 3 of
Got a
us.
5-star hotel.
I know.
London, mate.
Is it?
It's
No,
London.
hostels still shouldn't be £100.
No, they shouldn't be £100, but I'm saying London.
Yeah, but in London they're still not.
On a Saturday night?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Elephant and Castle. Where,
Oof,
by
yeah, that
Ministry
should
of
be
Sound.
cheap.
Yeah. So
Elephant
Ministry
and
of Sound
Castle.
is.
You've been ad, mate.
Yeah, I think I have.
Done
Yeah.
you over.
Yeah.
Call them up.
That's good. Let's
6 years ago.
let's get on with gripe of the week.
Right.
Gripe of the week, gripe of the week, and the pipe of the week. It's the strike of the week, yeah. Gripe of the week, gripe of the week. Have a little bit of that gripe of the week now.
Or was that the theme tune?
That was a theme tune.
Right. Everyone started looking at me. I guess I've got to speak now.
Have you got any gripes? I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
We had an argument last night.
Did you really?
It was
Yeah.
quite bad.
Oh my God, I'm only hearing about this now. This is an exclusive. I have no idea that this happened.
I didn't know if I wanted to put.
Well,
Was there a
I-
third person involved? Was
Why
there
she
another
was here.
person here? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't say her name because I didn't want her to be outed
Yeah.
on the podcast.
No, she's a real person. She is real.
Well, I was going to bring it up, but then you did.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anything prepared, so we're doing
Well, I'll
it
tell you
now.
what happened.
So
was,
what happened? Tell me
so
what happened,
we're sat. Ethan and Aisha are in the kitchen. I'm in here. I go in there to make a tea. We're chatting. It's a nice time. And then my notepad is on the desk, my little to-do list, right? And he starts drawing like a cock and balls on it or something.
Classic.
It was a great little. It was Bart
something,
Simpson.
huh?
That's where
And
drawing.
I maybe slightly overreacted. I took the pen off him and then slapped him in the face, right?
What? What did you do that for?
Because we
Exactly.
play. I slapped him harder. I didn't mean to slap him as hard as I did, but we always play fight. So I thought it was a little playful thing. It wasn't a malicious intent. And then he stands up, throws the pen at my face. Fair enough. Kicks me in the leg quite hard. Fair enough. And I thought, oh, that's the end of it then. And then we had a bit of an.
And then I said, if you ever do that again,
Yeah.
I'll kick the fuck out of you.
He got really angry.
In this kitchen.
And then Aisha was like, he's just joking. I was like, I don't think he is.
No, I wasn't.
And then I was like, mate, I felt like he was threatening me. I was like, you're threatening me.
Yeah,
In my
yeah.
house. This is ridiculous.
And this was what the issue was for me. Was like,
But you
know when you
slapped him.
slap
Yeah, I
another
know.
person in the face and they go, whoa, 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 don't threaten me.
Yeah, but I didn't slap him in a malicious way. That's the thing. It wasn't
That's
like
not how it works.
He was
All right,
saying
Will Smith.
no, because
I didn't slap him in a malicious way.
he was saying that I was opening up the door for a fight, but I wasn't because it wasn't a malicious.
no, you have.
Like if I slapped.
You didn't open the door for a fight. You slammed open all the windows, took the roof off, and bloody stepped outside and said,
like
"Let's
if
go."
I slapped you in the face, I reckon you go.
You'd be dead.
no, I don't
of
think.
course
No,
you would.
you wouldn't.
You'd
hit,
be
no,
dead.
He's a dreamer.
If you slapped me in the face, you would not be alive.
no, I think you just go. What'd you do that for?
No,
You're
I'd pull
pretty
old
calm.
man strength on you and you'd be dead.
Of course you would.
I thought you were a
I
pretty
think this
calm
is-
guy.
This is
Yeah,
it.
but you don't slap anybody in the face.
But you drew my pad.
It's different from your play fighting that you do. I frankly think your play fighting's a little bit gay,
It is gay.
and that's okay.
I know.
People are gay,
And
and that's what we like in this world. But slapping him in the face, what are you doing? In front of his girlfriend.
in front of the girl, and he kept saying, "You're only doing that because she's here." And I thought, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
absolutely.
It might have been.
She was here.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
But you drew on my pad.
No,
What's on your pad that's so special?
it was a to-do list.
Yeah.
You shouldn't draw on his pad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very precious jokes
Very
on there.
mundane.
Was it the to-do list?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the to-do list.
Wake up, done. Go to the
Breakfast.
gym, cooked breakfast, egg, crispy bacon, very crispy bacon.
Tell a stranger a sex story about my dad.
But we
Shower twice. Done.
In a row. In, out, back in again.
but we spoke about it, and I think it's okay now.
Well, you seem fine now. I love it. I'm so happy that this went. Was I here? I was here.
No, you were
he
out.
wasn't,
You'd
he
have heard
wasn't.
about it if you were.
I heard you guys talking, but yeah, you weren't doing that. I know you weren't doing that.
No, when you came back, we weren't.
No, you weren't here, but I heard you guys jawing about something else, and I was like, are they angry? No, but you were just chatting shit with Aisha.
Yeah.
Wow. Brilliant. I love it. I was just out enjoying myself, playing mini golf.
Were you?
Were you playing mini golf?
Will we go?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It's nice.
I
Good
played
place.
golf.
I love the treetop. I love the
Is that where you
treetop
went to?
adventure golf.
That's the worst mini golf you could take anyone to.
I like
If you
it.
took a child there, they'd be disappointed.
No, you don't know about treetop.
I've been to Treetop in the print works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
No, treetop's good. On the
Everything's made out of
slide,
plastic.
well, what do you expect it to be made of?
Just, you think you get some
Like hardcore
grass in
metal?
there or something.
Well, the actual grass.
Yeah,
That would imagine the work that would take for them to maintain.
just mow it once a week. That's not a big deal.
Water it.
Waters itself.
Does it? Is it outside?
YouTube full of shit. Waters itself.
Is it outside?
Grass waters itself.
Is it outside?
No, it's not outside.
Well, then how does it water itself?
Well, it doesn't, does it?
It's just this guy's like just absolutely lost it.
Unless-
Upper creek, no paddle.
Unless
Waters
they have
itself.
a flood, which is probably more of a concern than the grass.
Just thought you could vape and set the fire alarms off.
Do we have any story time with Dom?
Well, I could tell you my dad was stabbed if you want, because you didn't heard about that, have you?
Let's go.
Story time with Dawn. Hanson's words.
It's quite sad.
I quite like this story. It's not sad. It's hilarious. Go on.
Well, basically, my dad has a drinking issue, as you know, and
We all know about it.
we live in Yeovil. Well, he lives in Yeovil, very small, nice, quiet area.
No poor people.
In the
No
centre
poor
of
kids.
Yeovil.
No Lee Mustians.
And so very nice. He had a nice house here, and then directly over the road, some county lines moved in, and they were operating out of this house. So
You're
people
going to have to
County
explain what
lines?
county lines
I
are.
don't know
because
what county lines
they
are.
Oh.
sound like they work for like environmental services.
They're a
They
very
don't
high,
sound-
yeah.
high level drug organisation.
Okay. Distributors of large scale.
Yeah, so what they do is they move into like a town or a city for a few months, sell a load of heroin, and then they fuck off.
And this is heroin specifically.
Proper. None of their clients had teeth.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So they'd go there. The clients would go there and pick up their stuff, and there'll be arguments outside a lot and fights outside, often right outside a house. So my dad and his mate they got pissed one night and they decided we're going to fucking put a stop to this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over there and we're going to say to them, you need to stop selling drugs out of this area.
Like Batman and Robin.
And that obviously wasn't going to work.
Diddle-diddle-diddle.
But my dad remembered my dad's mate remembered he had a air gun pistol.
Oh, I hate this.
But it looked like a real gun, right? So they thought-
So they're going to
Yeah.
pull the old.
so they went over there to threaten them with that.
Yeah, but we're talking about criminals who probably have some kind
they were
of
pissed as fuck.
firearms. You know what I mean? They're like, this looks well real. This will get past them.
But anyway,
go
they-
down, they're
Babies, no.
They took it there, threatened them, and then the drug dealers bring them in the house, stabbed them both a fuckload of times.
Yep.
And then I
Bring
got
them in. Welcome. Do you want to
Yeah.
Put your gun
Come in,
down.
check. We'll talk about it.
anyway, and they had a girl with them, and the girl was knocking on my door, and she's like, Dom, Mike, the other guy's name. Mike's been stabbed. It's a 4 a.m. I'm like, fuck off. No, he hasn't.
Wait, they took the girl to do the...
no, she
who's the
was
girl?
over. She's just their friend.
She was doing heroin.
Just a friend.
No, she stayed at his house when they went over. So, anyway, and then I got woken up by the lights coming into my room because I was in the basement from the ambulances, and then my dad was just lay there fucking
Dead.
in a pool of blood, and his mate almost died.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, that's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah,
A little bit,
But
yeah.
his mate got a big slash in his face, and he's got like a big cut in his face now.
So when did this happen?
2019 December.
Oh, okay. So it's just it was ages ago. It
That
wasn't
wasn't
like
even
urgent.
that long ago.
Huh?
That wasn't even that long ago.
No.
So you're a fully because when you told me this story, I thought it was like you know when Batman has his parents killed in the alley, and then he's like, no, when it's raining, and
That would have been-
and then you have like trauma forever. But this was like,
I love the idea that Dom goes outside his dad's in a pool of blood and it's raining and there's cops are around. It's dark, right? Everyone's like so moody. And Dom looks up at the sky and goes, I must do comedy!
What was quite sad is I didn't realise it was my dad because he was on his knees, but then he has a tattoo on his back. I saw it and I was like, oh, fuck. It's my dad
like a
there.
tramp
He's been stabbed.
Like, it says like, can't be stabbed. You're not stabbing me.
stab proof.
And the ambulance
Turns out they can stab me.
and the paramedics were like, do you want to come to the hospital? I said, yeah, all right. And then I had to clean my dad's blood off the floor.
So he brought a gun to a knife fight. That's really what happened, wasn't it?
And they got rid of the gun,
Right, yeah.
threw it away. So.
Who did?
Well, just the girl, because well, we can't
The
have
girl.
this.
She was like,
She's ditching this like Nerf gun that
The
your
only
dad
thing-
took to the...
Well, it was an air gun.
yeah, but I mean, you could have got one shot off. Surely, as well, do you not lead
I don't
with
think
the gun?
he even brought any bullets in it
That's mental.
because he wasn't intending for that to happen.
Yeah, but then I feel like
Obviously, it's
I
his.
struggle with this story so much because I felt like there was no thought about what if this goes wrong.
Well, obviously, it's his fault, and there was no
backup
He was
plan.
so. I think they were on cocaine. Also, he was pissed and not
Yeah,
thinking
but just
straight.
because you're pissed and on cocaine doesn't mean like I make great decisions pissed and on cocaine.
This was why are we arguing about this?
Well, I think he's right. If you're pissed up
Well, we're
and
on a
coked
podcast,
up
mate.
with your mate in the basement playing cards or whatever it is with some random bird, the last thing I'm going to choose to do is go around and confront the local drug dealers.
Maybe they thought he was cool. They wanted to be. I don't know. He's an idiot, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Tell you what, he's coming down here soon. You can bring him on. We can
We're
get him
gonna
on and
have to.
ask him about
Oh, I
it.
can't wait to have Andy on the podcast.
He's
It's-
coming end of February.
That's
so-
going to be so weird. Who are we taking out? Who are we taking out?
I
of the
reckon.
lineup?
I reckon me.
So he can be you. Story time with Andy.
Yeah, because I talk to him all the time, whereas you two can ask him loads of
Yeah,
questions.
and also
I'll sit
actually,
there.
all the stories that Dom tells are about his dad, so it might just be better to get it from the horse's mouth.
And the thing is, I'm glad you brought this up because I knew you were going to tell the story at some point. So I brought along the gun that he used in the old altercation. You can see quite realistic.
No, it looked like a proper
It
gun.
does
I might have a picture of
obviously
it, actually.
fire, but you lot have shot all the bullets out of it. Been pissing around.
Maybe I've got a picture of
That
it.
was good. That's going to feed the people their content they
You're gonna
need.
love that.
I don't know where I'd find
Clips.
it. Really.
I feel like
Clips with you in them.
If this podcast becomes successful in any way, it's
it
widely
won't.
listened to and watched, I think people are just going to stop Dom in the street and give him a hug. People will start to understand the mystery behind Dom Hatton Woods and the origin story.
You got to watch it. I might slap you in the face. So
Yeah.
I was trying to be.
Get off me!
I was trying to be really sincere there.
You were really sincere, but also I
Sad
wanted
time.
to mess with that and make it funny.
and also
Yeah.
this is you can't. Anyway, never mind. Go on.
How did it make you feel? Let's get in it to a little bit. How did you feel about that? Like, has that traumatized you? Is
Well, I'll
that a
tell you
thing?
what happened is I because I had a very my dad at the time I was working for him, living with him, and I felt like I was almost an extension of him, and I couldn't because he had my income, I lived with him, so he had everything that like I couldn't just leave our relationship if I wanted to, and at times I wanted to
Right.
because he had all the leverage on me, right?
Yeah.
So,
then,
This
but
is
when
your dad, though, not your life partner. You know,
yeah,
you
but
know
he's
that, right?
in ways he's can be like a manipulative man. He's
Right,
not
okay.
a nice guy for the
Okay.
most part. And so I sat in that waiting room, didn't know if he was going to live, and I thought, you know what, if he dies, that might be a good thing.
Nice.
And I thought, what I'll do is I'll take the inheritance money, I'll buy loads of MDMA for a week, and then I'll feel all right. And
And then I'm going to Ministry of Sound,
yeah.
which would have been around the same time.
No, I was 20 now. I went to Ministry of Sound
Okay.
at 18, so a couple of years later.
Yeah, that was pre-stabbing.
Yeah, very sad. But then I worked for my dad and I called his business partner and said, I don't think I'll make it in today. This has happened. And he went, of course you're not going to make it in today. That's mad. Because my dad does such mad shit all the time. I didn't think it was that weird.
Yeah.
I thought it's just another day in the office.
To be fair, I think what we can all take from this is, if you don't want to go to work, my dad got stabbed is a pretty good excuse.
That is
When your dad's your boss, it's, you know, they're like, well, he's here.
I think either way.
He's here on the ground,
He's-
bleeding out.
Dom, I've got some bad news. Your dad's got stabbed, so we're going to need you to come in. Like, I know, I'm at the hospital, mate. No,
Yeah.
we're going to need you in because we were a man down.
But when we went in there, my mum went in there She was like, "What? You can't be doing this stuff. You're 55 years old. You're a father. What are you doing?" And I was like, "Mum, I don't think this is the time to have a go at him. He's just been stabbed."
No, it's the perfect time.
No, it's not.
It's the perfect time when someone's lying in the bed like, boop, boop. Now we're getting into it. You can't argue back.
I think, yeah, I mean, mistakes were made. But then you can see how this echoes kind of your behaviour from last night. He went there, he opened the door for violence, and violence came through, right? But he weren't ready for the amount. And I think
Well, I just wanted to. I just.
a similar situation to the slap,
Why just let the violence die down?
You know what I mean? I feel like...
If you put it this way, I'm going to shoot you. You stabbed me.
Yep.
How dare you? It is
And then
similar.
I'm going to slap you. You're trying to fight me. How dare you? See?
I thought we were done with this.
It's a reoccurring prophecy.
I thought we were done with it.
Yeah, that's a
Well-
cheap shot. He's telling you about how his dad got stabbed.
Yeah,
and now you're
fuck
like,
you
this is a
doing?
learning moment
I
for
think
you.
it is. I
You
think
have no
that we should
empathy
all-
for my situation.
No, not really. There we go.
Oh my God.
Moving on.
Because you look at it like, oh, Dom's got loads of money, but he's...
No, it's nothing to do with the money.
Is it not?
No, I just hate you in general.
Stand-up adventures. Here we go.
Well, Ethan, the other day, so I was going to the Creatures Comedy Club, great club in Manchester, on a Tuesday, and I was like, I'm going to the club. He's like, I'm going to come. I said, okay, cool. Are you going to do a set? He goes, yeah, but I've got a new idea. And I thought he's got a new joke or a new topic he wants to talk about. But he's going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bag of mashed potatoes.
Yep.
So he brings a bag of mashed
Revolutionary, if I may say so myself.
So he puts a bag of mashed potatoes into a food waste bag, puts it in his pocket. Off we go to Creatures Comedy Club.
In the food waste bag is funny because all our food waste bags have holes in the middle.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
perished along the
And
way.
they're so thin that they kind of dissolve in your pocket if you keep mashing there for a long time. So
And then he's saying what he's going to do is he's going to just do his jokes, and then eat mash throughout the set.
that's what I'm saying. People put too much thought into this comedy business.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon.
Yeah, just chat shit, eat mash.
And now,
Chat
you
shit,
know...
eat mash, that could be a great t-shirt. We're getting merch. Now, buy our merch. It's on
Mashhysteria.com.
But you know when we were sat here a while ago and Ethan was talking about his comedy and you said you need to do a load of gigs and then go and do a 10-minute set somewhere. And I said, oh, you can come do that 10-minute set with me in Leeds.
Yeah.
So I've agreed to that and he's going to fucking bring the mash.
Yeah, I mean, that is very Ethan for somebody to sit there and go, listen, mate, you say you want to do comedy. Here's a good way to do it. You know, go and hit 3 open mics a week, work on, try and get that 5 minutes going, take a joke out if it's not working, add a new one, and then just like work as hard as you can, network. And he's hearing, yeah, you're right. I need a bag of mash. That's what I need.
Listen,
You cannot
you've got to
bring-
try new shit out. You've got to be innovative, right? You can't pigeonhole
You
yourself.
cannot bring the mash to that gig in Leeds. You're going to get mash on the
Well, this is
stage
the
and they're going to be
problem, innit?
annoyed.
The more you say you can't do it, the more I am going to do it.
There was a guy once I did this. I was trying to tell you this story the other day and I got sidetracked. I emceed an open mic in town like a year ago. And this guy came along. I didn't know him. Nobody knew him. It was a bit odd. And he got up and did his set. And his whole set was to go, yeah, I'm going to do a joke, but first I'm going to eat these biscuits. And he just had all this stuff to eat. And he was like, and he was stuffing all these biscuits in his mouth, this banana and stuff. And he did this for 5 whole minutes, by the way, the whole time.
Amazing.
And then he passed out on the floor. Nobody laughed. It was the worst thing I've seen.
Was he fat?
No, he wasn't. Just because he's eating on the stage, he must be just...
It'd make sense if we were fat.
You were taken in by it. You're like, oh, he's really got an eating problem, this guy. He can't stop. He can't stop for 5 minutes
That's
for a
what it
set.
sounds like.
No, it was his act. It was his alternative comedy, right?
Alternative, mate.
And he passed out. His thing was he lied down on the stage like that. And I was like, okay. I came on, was like, right, thanks to this guy. And it's crumbs all over the stage. And he gets like this. He's like, oh, yeah, it's not finished yet. I'm still in it. No, you're fucking not. Get off the stage. This act is over, mate.
Wait for it.
I think people are mistaking the word alternative for shit.
That is very true, yeah.
And in other news, this week, I'm going to be up for the nomination next week. Up for the nomination for Best Alternative Act in the Northwest Comedy Awards.
Probably the week that this goes out, in fairness. So
This would be the week that after this goes
Are you
out.
going to come to the Northwest Comedy Awards?
Do what? What happens?
Just have a drink.
What happens
That's a good
there?
question.
Just have a drink, hang out. All the comics get
Is it
together
like
on the 17th, which is Monday, is it?
Is it like the BAFTAs, is it? Do they all like sit on tables and they go...
Yeah, it's
know,
like the BAFTAs,
Wednesday.
except it's in a comedy club that stinks of piss,
That's good. They're my favourite.
and the most famous person there is Mick Ferry.
Fair enough. I like McFerry.
It's
He's
next
from
Wednesday,
Oldham,
Isn't it?
It was great. Mick Ferry's a lovely guy and a very
He
funny
presents
comedian.
it, hosts it.
Cool.
It's good.
So that's that.
Yeah.
All right, so from Mash Boy and Stabby Dad and me, Alex Camp, we're going to say... We'll say a goodbye and thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
See you later.